What's going on, guys? My name is Matt, and today's build is going to be a little different than usual. Normally I'm building a PC around a set budget that'll either later get torn down or sold. This build's different because I'm actually building it for a family member. See, a few weeks back, my younger cousin James was asking his mom about Minecraft servers and computers for Minecraft, and she asked me if I knew anything about that kind of stuff. She also told me that he was saving up for a computer of his own. After hearing this, I decided that I would build and give him a computer. I'm sure it would have taken him months or more to save up for a decent system, and I had some parts on hand that I knew I could throw together to make a pretty good first gaming PC. Now, like I said before, I'm pretty sure the primary thing this system will be used for is to play Minecraft. With this being said, I know that with shaders and mods, Minecraft can get somewhat intensive, and I wanted the system to play more than just Minecraft in case he wants to expand his gaming interests in the future. With all this in mind, I began to devise what system I would make for him. This build all really starts with one combo deal I got a while back on r/hardware swap. I bought a CPU and motherboard together with the intention of using it in a budget build, but never ended up getting around to it. The CPU in this combo is the Intel Core i5-6400. It's hard to believe, but this Skylake based CPU is nearing 5 years old, but still is great for an entry-level gaming system. The CPU is rocking 4 cores and 4 threads with a turbo speed of up to 3.3 GHz. This isn't super high clock speed wise, but the IPC on Skylake is pretty solid. 4 cores is perfect for modern esports gaming, and the good thing is the system could be upgraded with an 8-thread i7 later down the line. The motherboard the system came with is the Gigabyte GA H110M-A. This is a very bare bones H110 board, but it has all the features the system needs, including support for our CPU, a 16x PCIe slot for our graphics card, and a USB 3 header for our front panel USB ports. The back panel I/O is acceptable, and overall the pairing of this i5 and Gigabyte H110 board is a great combo. Now, this combo did also originally come with an Intel stock cooler, and all in it was $90 plus about $5 for shipping. This at the time was a really good deal, and now is still a pretty decent deal in my opinion. Like I just said, this combo did originally come with an Intel stock cooler, but I'm going to give this system a slight upgrade. See, another part I bought for a video that I never ended up using was this SoPlay tower cooler. I got this for around $10, and I was going to make a video testing to see how well a $10 cooler would perform, but ended up scrapping that video idea. Since that time, more than a year ago, I haven't found a home for this little guy, but I think this build is the perfect place to put it. Sure, this isn't an overclockable CPU or motherboard, but including this upgraded cooler should help keep temps in check and keep the system a bit quieter. This SoPlay SP290L features dual direct contact copper heat pipes with a pretty good sized aluminum fin array and a 92mm fan attached. This fan is only a 3-pin fan, meaning no PWM support. Overall, this is a definite upgrade from the stock Intel cooler. For RAM, I have a bunch of 2x4GB kits of DDR4 on hand that I could have put in here, but 8GB is kind of pushing it these days, even for a budget gaming PC, so I decided going with 16GB would be the best thing to do. I went with a kit that I had on hand I was waiting to use for a project just like this. A few months back, I found a sale for this 16GB kit of Alloy RAM on r/build-a-PC sales for right around $40. This was an insanely good deal, so I ended up getting a few of these kits. This is only 2400 MHz CL17 memory, which means it should never go in a Ryzen system, but those specs are fine for an Intel system, especially when you consider this is 16GB of RAM for only $40. Plus, this is a 2-stick kit, so it will work in dual channel operation. Moving on to storage, this is a place where I debated on what I should do. Putting in something like a 1TB hard drive would have been a good option, but I decided to go with an SSD to start, with the option for him to add a hard drive in the future for mass storage. I'm not sure at what point he'll be able to upgrade storage, so I wanted to start him off with a decent sized drive. What I went with is this 512GB Intel 545S series SSD. This is a good quality SATA SSD that I've owned for a number of years. 512GB is plenty for the OS, applications, and a number of games, especially if they're games like Minecraft. With this being said, again, if he ever needs more space, upgrading will be super simple. For the graphics card, this is also an area where I put a good amount of thought into what I would pick. What I ended up going with is the AMD RX 574GB. This is the Power Color Red Dragon model, and this is a great entry-level graphics card, perfect for stuff like Minecraft. The RX 570 is getting a bit old at this point, but it's still the best new price to performance graphics card under $150. I use this one in a build guide back in October and think using it for this project worked out great. To power this system, I went with a 550 watt power supply from Seasonic. This is from their S12 series and is a great budget unit. I think this was around $40 or $45 when I purchased it, but now it comes in at around $65, and the only place I can currently see it in stock is at B&H Photo. 550 watts is way more than enough for this system, and this unit's capable of providing clean power to all the components in this PC. It also has all black sleep cables, which is great to see and nice because the case I went with does have a side panel window. Speaking of the case, let's talk about what I picked to hold all these components together. What I went with is this Deepcool Matrix 30. This is one of the best budget cases out right now, but just like many other PC components, cases are very sporadic inventory and pricing wise. I got this case for the normal going rate of $30 plus about $5 for shipping, and for that price it's an amazing deal. For under $40 you're getting a case with a tempered glass side panel, subjectively good looks, and a decent airflow design. It comes with one fan included, which is fine for a low-end machine. Building in this case was fine, and overall building the system didn't pose any major challenges. All in all, this PC probably cost around $350, but many of these parts were purchased months or even over a year ago when their values were higher. If you're wanting to put together a cheap system, I'll leave links to parts in the description for a cheap new part build and a cheap used components build. With all this being said, the system in this video is plenty powerful for modern esports gaming and even a lot of modern AAA gaming. For benchmarking, I decided to test this against 5 different games, including Fortnite, Valorant, CSGO, Rainbow Six, and of course Minecraft. Starting things off, let's talk about Fortnite. I tested this at 1080p Pro settings and saw pretty decent performance. The FPS stayed around the 120 mark most of the time, and overall the system provided a smooth experience. Moving on to CSGO, I tested at 1080p low settings playing Team Deathmatch on Dust 2. The system pushed out an average of right around 200 FPS. This was both smooth and enjoyable. I know many people prefer higher than this in CSGO, but I think for most people this would be fine. Next, I tested Rainbow Six at 1080p high settings using the built-in benchmark. Doing this resulted in a 184 FPS average, which is great to see. I didn't test in-game, but in-game performance should be very respectable based on the synthetic benchmark results. Next, let's talk about Valorant. I tested this at 1080p medium settings. This resulted in the FPS staying in the mid to upper 100s most of the time. Again, this was a very smooth and enjoyable experience. Finally, let's talk about Minecraft. I didn't know much about Minecraft to be honest, but I did download Optifine because I read that's a good option for getting increased performance. I tested at 1080p with these settings, which is the fabulous preset and 15 chunk render distance. This configuration while in creative mode resulted in an average in the mid 100s. I also tested in a few Minecraft servers and found the performance to be equal or even a little better. Something I also discovered after reviewing the footage was I accidentally had Valorant running in the background while Minecraft was running. This means performance should be a little more than what is shown in the Minecraft benchmarks, but even the displayed performance is pretty good in my opinion. Overall, I think my younger cousin James, who is receiving this PC, will be very happy with it, and I hope it suits him well. So yeah guys, I think this wraps this video up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And as always, this is Matt from Tech by Matt, signing out.